Okay, so after I posted my last video about more dead birds in Kentucky, Louisiana, and Sweden, I got a comment from YouTube user ryanfoss. It was basically a link to EU Times, which I checked out. It's the European Union Times online newspaper. And I'm not familiar with this this website or this organization at all, but it's a very interesting article that he directed me to. I just now finished reading it, so I haven't really looked into whether or not there's any truth to it, but I'm gonna go over some of the key points of it with you real quick, and then I'll post this up on the website so you guys can go and check this out. But it basically said it was posted on January 4th, so yesterday, and it says that a shocking report prepared for Prime Minister Putin by the Foreign Military Intelligence Directorate states that one of the United States' top experts in biological and chemical weapons was brutally murdered after he threatened to expose a U.S. military test of poison gas that killed hundreds of thousands of animals in Arkansas this past week. So potentially, what they're saying is all these dead birds and fish are because of a chemical that was possibly mistakenly leaked out of an airplane while flying through the area. It says that John Wheeler, Special Assistant to the Secretary of the Air Force, Washington, D.C., from 2005 to 2008, was found brutally murdered and dumped in a landfill. Delaware police are investigating the apparent murder of a former Bush official who also championed the fundraising effort to build the Vietnam Veterans Memorial on the Mall in Washington, D.C. His body was found in Wilmington on Friday. According to police, somebody initially reported that the body was dumped out of a refuse truck, which would have been coming from Newark onto the landfill. Newark police spokesman Lieutenant Mark Farrell told Fox News that nobody had reported Wheeler missing before he was found. The Wilmington News Journal reported that Wheeler was last seen riding an Amtrak train from Washington to Wilmington, Delaware last Tuesday. So Wheeler's military career, it says, included writing one of the most important manuals on the effectiveness of biological and chemical weapons, which led to his being hired in 2009 as a consultant to the MITRE Corporation, whose Aviation System Development Department, the GRU, reports is at the forefront of creating the computer command and control systems used by the Air Force in their fleet of aerial spraying planes. These aerial spraying planes, this report continues, are based at the Little Rock Air Force Base in Arkansas, that over the past few months have been involved with test dispersants of poisonous gases in the Afghanistan war theater using chemical weapons stocks obtained from Iraq and held at the Pine Bluff Arsenal, also located in Arkansas. So what they're saying is we have chemical weapons confiscated from Iraq at an Air Force base, a U.S. military Air Force base in Arkansas, where they're testing aerial spraying planes, and it just so happens that it's also the same area where hundreds of thousands of dead fish are surfacing along a river, and birds are mysteriously falling to the earth dead. It says, important to note about the Pine Bluff Arsenal, which calls itself America's Arsenal, is that it's one of the world's most specialized munitions and chemical biological defense products and services bases, which Russia has previously accused of not fully reporting the chemical agents removed from Iraq between 2003 and 2008 and taken to the U.S. for testing and subsequent destruction. According to the report, the U.S. relocated from Iraq to Pine Bluff an estimated 63,000 metric tons of the poisonous gas phosgene that is described as one of the most feared chemical weapons ever used due to its ability to literally cause the lungs and respiratory system to explode. Now, the birds that were found, that were looked at and investigated, were said to have trauma in the breast tissue, blood clots in the body cavity, and a lot of internal bleeding. And the GRU states that that is consistent with FOSS gene exposure. FOSS gene being the chemical agent that this article is implying that the United States has brought back from Iraq to investigate in Arkansas. So basically, the chemical that they're accusing of being supposedly accidentally leaked out of an airplane causes the same effects as what's happened to these birds. So, I mean, I don't know how respectable this website is, how accurate any of this information is. A few of these quotes in the article are from Fox News. I'll leave that up to you to decide how you feel about Fox News. But interesting nonetheless. Definitely an idea. It sounds, I don't know, as believable, at least, as fireworks causing 100,000 fish to die and thousands of birds to die. I mean, just as plausible, I suppose. But I will post this article up on copingwiththettimes.com, and you can take a look at the entire thing for yourself and form your own opinion on it. But thanks a lot to YouTube user Ryan Foss for pointing that out to me. It was pretty interesting, to say the least. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and link will be right below in the description. Thanks.